I'm Nola and welcome to my channel. Today is Saturday, July the 12th, 2025, and I'm here today to bring a second part of a message that I started last week about loyalty. And to my new subscribers, thank you very much. To those of you who have come back again, I appreciate it. I hope that you will communicate with me and let me know your thoughts on what you feel about loyalty. I have been thinking about this for a long time, and I believe that Spirit put this in my heart to share with each and every one of you souls out there. So last week we spoke about what is loyalty, and this week I've been thinking about what loyalty has meant to me and what I have experienced in my life, and I'm sure that there are so many of us that have experienced this. So you've probably come to a point in your life when you've had to stop and ask yourself, what is loyalty? Or was it fear disguised as commitment? Were you being faithful, or were you being used? Were you showing love, or were you just afraid of losing connection, approval, or tradition, right? And I've thought about this a while now. And some of us were taught that loyalty meant saying yes to everyone but yourself. We were raised to give without limit and receive without expectation. We were told that God would bless us if we kept pouring and punish us if we dared to stop. We know what it means to be called the lucky one, right? The strong one, the one who made it out. But no one saw us struffing it out, working long hours, holding down 2 or 3 jobs, studying after hours, sending money home while barely eating ourselves. We kept pouring, kept giving, kept showing up, until one day we looked around and we realized we were the only ones holding the house together, and no one was holding us. Right? And what's worse, when we finally set a boundary, when we said, I can't help right now, when we chose to keep a little something for ourselves, we were suddenly selfish. Changed, yeah. She's changed, yeah. He's changed, yeah. Ungrateful, too proud, forgot where she came from, forgot where he came from. But let me say this with clarity, sweet souls, sweet and precious souls. If you've had to bleed to be loved, that's not loyalty, that's bondage. If silence is the price of connection, then it was never love to begin with. I know this is painful, but it's true. Just listen on. Some of you know the story so very well. In fact, too well. You've been the one with the different identity, the one whose family whispered about you behind your back, the one who wasn't defended, but was always depended on, the one they gave a nickname to in private, while still taking from your hands in public. They took your hands, but they bit the very hands that were feeding them. You gave anyway, because that's what you were taught love looked like. You were taught that if you kept giving, God would bless you. But no one told you that being a giver without boundaries attracts takers without limits. It really does. This is what happens when culture, when religion, and when guilt get woven into love. We were told not to say no, not to rest, not to stop helping, that if we pull back, something bad would happen to us. gosh. Beloved, that's not God. That's spiritual witchcraft passed down as tradition. And let me talk to the ones supporting full-grown adults. Some of us are still raising grandchildren we didn't ask for, signing for cars for 50-year-olds, supporting children on our pensions or Social Security, watching family members name babies after us just to keep the money flowing in. Aha, you know what I'm saying. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Let me tell you this. You're not cold for being tired. You're not cruel for finally saying no. You're not heartless for wanting to choose for yourself and for your little family, if you're still raising families. Healing doesn't always look like peace and meditation. Sometimes healing sounds like, I'm not paying for that. It looks like, I'm not signing for that car. It feels like, I'm not bleeding for people who don't even ask how I'm doing. And then there's the family entitlement. Let's speak about that a little. The people who never lifted a finger to help, but now that you've built something beautiful, they walk in like it's theirs too. Talk about entitlement. Children, siblings, other family members, never been any offer to help. No, how can I support you? How can I promote you? Just saying. Just open hands and eyes rolling around like marbles in a box. Yep. Let me be clear. You don't owe access to what others didn't help build. You don't have to bleed just to make others feel secure or make others feel comfortable. Your peace doesn't belong to the people who were silent when you were drowning. Hear me. Your peace doesn't belong to the people who were silent when you were drowning. And loyalty, my darlings, is not about time served. It's not about who's been around the longest. It's about who shows up with truth, with respect, with presence, consistently. Loyalty, my loves, begins with you. And let me say this directly, particularly for those in the back of the room. You can walk away from people and still love them. You can honor your roots without being buried by them. You can stop trying to earn what you've already outgrown. Let that sit for a minute. You can stop trying to earn what you have already outgrown. And sometimes strangers will do for you what family never did. And sometimes the people who share your blood will never understand your heart. And that's okay. You are allowed to create your own family if you wish. You are allowed to redefine, you are allowed to redefine loyalty on your terms. And loyalty means protecting your peace. That's loyalty to yourself. Loyalty means setting your boundaries. Loyalty means choosing yourself without shame, living without the guilt that was never yours to carry. If they only saw the ashes, they wouldn't mind the beauty. But they only showed up for the glow and not for the grind. No, you're not crazy. You're not selfish. You're not just done being the miracle for people who wouldn't pray for you. You're simply done being the miracle for people who wouldn't pray for you. So here is what I have to say to this. And if you need permission, here it is, beloved. So move in silence produce results. You don't have to talk about your business to everyone and tell them what they are doing. I have a favorite saying, I don't know who coined it, but I've adopted it for years, just like the one, if they only saw the ashes, they wouldn't mind the beauty. This is another term that I love. I say there are three kinds of people: those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those that wonder what the hell happened. And you, my darlings, have to choose which one you are going to be. So move in silence, produce results. Let your peace be loud and your explanations be few. Let the eyes roll. Let the marbles clatter. Let them wander, because you, my love, have nothing to prove. You've already poured. You've already paid. Now it's time to live in freedom. And that is what loyalty taught me. If this message has resonated with you, would you please consider liking, sharing, subscribing? I know there are many like us out there that are suffering, that have been made to be the lamb to the slaughter, who everyone leans on, and no one ever stops to ask how you are doing. But more importantly, I must tell you, you must be loyal to yourself. You must think of yourself. Yes, it's okay to be selfish, to save a little something for yourself. And beloved, precious souls, remember that kindness is such a good thing, because every one of us are going through something that nobody knows anything about. Take care of yourself. Go out in nature. Listen to the birds. Observe the bees. Treasure your precious little animals if you have any. You have a dog, a cat, a bird, a mouse. I don't know. And please be kind to yourself. Until the next time, take care and bye for now.